dude, look what's going on in Ukraine and Russia. Look what's going on in Israel and Palestine. Like, what's your guys' take on those positions?
It's the military-industrial complex.
Yeah, it's
in
the
constant motion. Constant
That's a
motion.
good way to look at it.
The world will always be in conflict as long as these people profit billions upon billions from it. You're incentivized to go to war.
It's all this, Rand. It's all this.
So you think it is that war in Israel and Palestine is to produce more money for the military?
Well, I don't know. I don't know about that whole conflict down to the T.
Right.
We'll see. We'll see how it plays
no,
out
but
with
war
our
in
intervention.
war in general.
No, I
usually.
think you put a good point, because I didn't even look at it like that. I was looking at it like I said, we're supposed to be these very advanced race, right? But like we're still fighting over chips.
It's because we have a head of a boardroom full of people running the world yet again, incentivized to go slaughter innocent people.
Innocent people are hurt, by the way.
Because why would they give a fuck? They're sitting in a boardroom in their ivory
towers, yeah,
making billions from
other people suffering. Yeah,
what the fuck would they care? They don't give a fuck,
right?
Because
wow,
you put into perspective our day-to-day life, what we do. Like you do electrician, like we do normal people things.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those people's
part of the Matrix.
Those people's day in the life are making decisions like that. We're gonna, all right, we'll invade this so we get this amount. We'll play this game. Like they're playing it like a fucking board game.
Yes.
Without actually boots on the ground.
It's like diplomacy. If anyone's ever played that game, shout out diplomacy.
Wow. Yeah. No, I didn't even think of it like that. That it is essentially like a Monopoly board game where it's like, yeah, taking certain steps to, because you're right. Obviously, military funds are insane. Like remember in World War II, like you either worked in a factory that produced weaponry or you're in the war.
Yeah.
That was it. All funds, everything straight to the effort, right?
And
So
another
I guess that's
example, another example of that is like they say COVID was possibly like a disease warfare or whatever.
Oh,
like,
it's chemically made in a lab. Yeah.
And from COVID, that whole pandemic, there was like something crazy, like 40 new billionaires at all like the major pharmaceutical companies.
Yeah,
Pfizer, Moderna, all of them. Billionaires.
And isn't that so crazy that like all these big tech companies just can control and manipulate anything because they have so much money? Oh, that's what I was going to bring up with when we were talking about Amber Heard and Elon Musk and things like that. So I just want to diverge really quick because I feel like it.
Let's hear it.
Conversation. So obviously Amber Heard was in the Aquaman movies with Jason Momoa.
Yeah. Shout out Momoa. You got the hang time. You got the hair looking like Momoa.
We'll get Momoa-esque soon.
Your biceps are bigger than his, but who's counting?
He's like 6'9". I'm like
so
4'11".
Your biceps.
But so pretty much they were filming Aquaman 2, and there was these reports that Jason Momoa was showing up to set drunk, dressing like Johnny Depp, all this shit that was going on, right? And
shout out Johnny Depp, come on the pod.
Which is so weird to me because definitely I can definitely see Jason Momoa drinking. I don't think I can see him drunk, but obviously he likes to drink. But I feel like he's always dressed very outlandishly, and like Johnny Depp does.
A little bit, yeah.
Not like he's impersonating Johnny Depp, but like he dresses more stylistically than
others.
We're wearing hoodies. He's wearing like khakis that are like bell bottoms with a handkerchief and a
flowy
sleeveless shirt.
He's got his look,
exactly.
Yeah,
so I can see how someone could mistake that for dressing like Johnny Depp, because Johnny Depp does the weird hats and the jackets, and I could see that. I don't know. Again, I don't know anything. This doesn't have anything to do with what I was going to bring up. But I saw these reports going on, and Amber Heard was dating Elon Musk at the time.
Yeah.
And
shout out to Elon.
Elon, as you were talking about, has this thing called "fuck you money," where so
yes, he does.
All the allegations with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard turned out to be true. That I don't know, she was abusing whatever.
She was pooping in his bed.
Yeah, crazy things going on.
Yeah, that's
crazy things going on there, dude. I can't justify either of their actions because I feel like it always takes two to tango. But however, she was found guilty or whatever, so. I believe like
Johnny Depp, outstanding performance at the stand in the courtroom. Oh, he's one of the best
That's
actors of
another
all
crazy
time.
thing
You're not
of-
going to beat him on the stand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
that's another thing about actors. They're acting. It's so weird.
Her performance during the trial, some of it was like, what the fuck,
Super
dude?
performative,
Yeah, it was like,
yeah.
what the fuck are you doing?
But basically,
He played it right.
so they wanted the Warner Brothers or DC or whoever, you know, had him in this movie, wanted to fire Amber Heard for the allegations, kind of just start fresh, get someone new. And I guess a report just came out that Elon Musk like threatened to, you know, use his power and his money to like hurt, you know, DC or Warner Brothers or whatever it was if they decided to fire her. And so like
How so? Is it like a threat or is it like
essentially just leverage. Essentially,
He's just
since he
using
has the
his
biggest,
fuck you money?
Yeah, one of the biggest tech companies in the world, he's able to control and manipulate. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he has fuck you money, he has the power, he has the leverage, he has everything. It's like he is so intertwined into like every aspect of life where he has that pull.
Yeah.
So
Like-
how did he word it, or how was it?
I'd have
given?
to like actually like pull up the stuff. I mean, we can look it up. I don't know if you want
look
to
it up, Larry. Look it up,
Like,
Larry.
just look up like Elon Musk, Amber Heard, Aquaman 2 firing.
That's interesting.
Whatever.
That means they would have to, because they were together. I don't even know how long they were together, but
Yeah.
that means they would have had to end it on good terms then, if he's willing to go to those supposed lengths.
Yeah, that's the thing is I didn't.
Ooh.
No, no.
Elon Musk saved Amber Heard's role in Aquaman 2 by sending a, quote, scorched earth letter to Warner
That's
Bros.
exactly what I saw.
I want to know what the letter said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta see one of these letters.
But essentially, that kind of brings my point back to like these big tech companies have such a pull, have such a leverage. It's like they control so much. Like Apple, for example. Apple has music. It has your phone. It has fucking apps. Whatever. It's like intertwined into every single thing we do. Apple is like one of the most hiring. I mean, probably the highest form of like a tech company, and like yet they do shady fucking things.
Yeah.
As you know about like the cobalt mining situation going on, where a lot of their products
That's fucked up.
are built off of horrible slave labor,
Slavery.
and it's
Childs with whips.
legit children
Like legit.
mining where these mines can collapse on you at any moment.
Yeah, they can all die.
Just the
Or
toxic.
or even
Oh, and-
breathing in the cobalt is
Mm.
like not good for you.
Terrible for you.
Like even like working in the trades, like my dad, I remember when I was a kid, my dad would solder copper pipes. In order to solder them, you'd use lead. And my dad was like, all right, put your shirt over your nose. Like as if that's going to do nothing. You
He
know
was
what I
just
mean?
eating that
My
lead.
dad would just eat it. It was crazy. And but yeah, it's like that, except these people aren't getting paid well. These people are getting paid to
Pennies.
pennies just to make sure that they eat. You
Yeah,
know?
they're getting paid nothing, and probably eating nothing.
Eating nothing. That's
Just so us here in America can.
We can have our flashy
right.
lifestyle.
Which
exactly.
Which brings me back to the UN being up in their ivory towers, playing like as if that they actually make a difference, but don't actually do anything.
Everyone turns a blind eye when it, if it benefits us. Okay. Like
Yeah, if it's making
look
us
this
money.
way.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And isn't that like, it's so crazy to me. Like I was just listening to Edward Snowden on the Rogan podcast, and like, what's crazy about that situation is he essentially, I look at him as the good guy in my opinion in the story, where he was working for the CIA,
NSA.
or NSA, whatever it was, and he saw that they were doing shady shit, that they weren't just using surveillance tech to survey terrorism, they were using surveillance tech to survey Americans.
They're using it for all the wrong reasons, but it's benefiting them and no one
And
else.
it's benefiting them and no one else, but they'll turn a blind eye that it's invading people, which is extremely like against an individual's privacy. And he was like, okay, like something needs to be done about
It's
this.
something that we should know about, and he told us about.
Like, should we not have
But he got banished to Serbia
Yeah,
for it.
literally.
right? Like, should we not have a say in that
Crazy.
at all? And they just didn't even think about that. And like, he had to leave. He had to flee the country because he essentially committed treason. But like, isn't that so crazy that they want to attack him for like doing essentially the morally correct thing?
Yeah, but to them it's not. They know what they want.
They know it's not morally correct.
Yeah, they just don't give a fuck.
But what's also crazy as a country, we were just told that our rights are being infringed on.
Yep.
And we don't do anything about it.
That happens all the time.
Because
all the time,
no one
right?
actually cares.
No one actually cares.
Because if we do something about it, we'll be joining him in
or
Serbia.
it's like, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do anyways?
You would need beyond a mass revolution. You would need like 90-something% of the population to go with it.
Yes, and Elon Musk's money.
Yeah, you would need
Plus
a
some.
couple of those types of characters, like not in the fight, but like